Hi there, welcome to the newer section of DAX in Power BI Desktop. In this section, we are going to discuss the difference between new column and new measure. Let's discuss each point one by one with examples. The first one is in new column. A new column is created and added to the data model, whereas in new measure, no new column is added to the data model. Let's go to Power BI Desktop, then table view. Here we have product sales data. It has columns, category, subcategory, sales and quantity. Let's find total sales, which is sum of each value of this sales column using both new measure and new column. Let's try the new measure first. Let's put the measure name as m dot total sales. I am intentionally putting this M in the beginning, which refers to measure, so that it will be easier to distinguish and understand. Total sales equal to, then sum function, then table name and column name, which is product sales. Then close the parenthesis, hit enter. Here in the data pane, we can see that a measure m dot total sales is added. Now let's check the data model. Here you can see there is no change in the data model. Let's go to this report view, then select this card and drag this measure. And here we got the total sales. Now let's try new column. New column. Let's put the column name as C dot total sales. Again, intentionally, I'm putting this C dot at the beginning of the column name so that it will be easier to understand. It refers to the column. Then sum function, then select the column product sales, then close the parenthesis and hit enter. Here in the data pane, we can see that a new column is added, C dot total sales, and here in the model view, you can see that a new column is added to the data model. Let's discuss the second point, that is new column takes up in-memory storage created before model is required, whereas in new measure, no storage is required created at the time of query. Here we can see that in new column, a column is created and added to the data model, so it takes up in-memory storage of Power BI. Whereas in new measure, nothing has changed in the data model, so it does not takes up in-memory storage in Power BI. The third point is new column belongs to a single table, whereas new measure belongs to the whole data model. Here in the data pane, we can see two tables. One is product and second one is sales table. Let's create a new column in sales table, that is sales amount, which is the product of price and quantity. New column. Let's make the column name as C dot sales amount, which is the product of price into, then let's select the quantity column, then hit enter. Here we can see that in the sales table a new column is added, and here also in the data pane you can see a new column C dot sales amount, but nothing has changed in the product table, and we cannot move the new column, that is sales amount, from sales table to the product table. It belongs to the sales table only. Let's create a new measure. Let's put the new measure name as m dot sales amount. Let's use this sumx function, then sales table, then expression. Let's select both the column, One is price, sales price into sales quantity. Then close the parenthesis and hit enter. Here we can see that a new measure is added to the data model or sales table. Now let's go to report view, then select this matrix and let's select this product ID, then quantity, price and sales amount, that is measure. Now the measure is in sales table. Let's select the measure, that m dot sales amount. Then from here let's change the table name. Let's make it as product. Here in the data pane we can see that the measure is moved from sales table to the product table. Now let's this matrix. Now let's select the same attributes again, that is quantity, price and sales amount from measure. Here we can see that there is no change in the functionality of measure, and the measure does not really belong to the table, it belongs to the data model. We can move a measure from one table to another without losing its functionality. Let's discuss the fourth point. New column is used for evaluating each row, whereas new measure used for summarization or aggregation. Let's go to Power BI desktop. Let's find the total sales, which is sum of each value of the C dot sales amount column using both new column and new measure. Let's select new column, then column name C dot total sales, which is sum of, select the sum function, then the column name, that is C dot total sales, then close the parenthesis, hit enter. Here we can see that a new column is added in sales table. Each row contains the value, that is 15,400, because sum of total sale is 15,400. There is no point, or it does not make sense to show the data like this. So we should not use new column for aggregation or summarization. Here in the C dot sales amount column that we have created using DAX function, we can see that each value is different. If we are trying to evaluate each row of a table the way we have done here, for this product ID the sales amount is this much, for this product ID the sales amount is this much, or so on, we should use new column. For aggregation we should use new measure. Let's create a new measure. Let's put the measure name m dot total sales, which is sum of, so then sum function, then select the column C dot sales amount, then close the parenthesis, then hit enter. Let's go to report view. Let's select this KPI card, then from the data pane let's select the new measure, that is m dot total sales. Here we got 15k. To find that exact value 15,400, let's select this 15k from here, then display unit none, and here we got the total sales, that is 15,400. So we should use new column for evaluation of each row of a table and new measure for aggregation or summarization. Let's discuss the last point. In new column, existing data does not change based on user interaction. It's static in nature, whereas in new measure, data can change based on user interaction, dynamic in nature. Let's select this column chart, then let's select this product ID and C dot total sales column. Here C refers to the new column that we have created using DAX function. Now let's select one more column chart. Then let's put this product ID. Then let's select this m dot total sales, where m refers to the new measure that we have created using DAX function. Here in the first chart, which has column in it, we can see that values are not changing based on product ID, or we can say that it's not filtering the values, it's static in nature. But in the second chart, which has measure, values are changing based on product ID and it's properly filtering the values. It's dynamic in nature. That's all for this video. Thank you.